Alright, I have been using the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus for a little while now. It is this lovely rainbow mirror shine, and it's been a really good experience so far, I have to admit. However, as this announcement was happening about a week or so ago, I did use the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus in order to see what it was like leading up to the announcement of the latest phone. And because I was revisiting the Galaxy S10 Plus, you're going to see some footage and photos from that phone in this video, sprinkled throughout. Because I want to ask the question, while the Note 10 Plus is the latest and greatest from Samsung and definitely has some enhancements and maybe some omissions that a lot of you have many opinions about, it really comes down to one main question. Do you actually use the S Pen? Now, I asked that question because between these two phones, the Note device and the S device, the current ones, the experiences are actually very similar. There are just a few details and one main detail in that S Pen that are different between them. Obviously, I'm going to mainly focus on the camera arrays because for the most part, the Note 10 and the Note 10 Plus have about the same cameras as the S10 and the S10 Plus. There are some enhancements in terms of just the raw spec sheet, but the general experience should be largely the same. After all, you can just take a look at the design. They are not necessarily the same looking phone, but they have similar footprints. It's just that the S10 Plus is a little bit more rounded around the edges, which means it might be easier to grip as compared to the boxy design of the Note 10 Plus. You get quite a lot of screen between the two though. It's just that the notch is a bit different this time around, or rather the punch hole cutout. Instead of there being two lenses on the front in the corner of the S10 Plus, now you just get that single lens camera dead center at the top. I don't mind the single punch hole at the top. I mean, it looks fine, and it's just up there. It's actually subtle enough that it doesn't get into your content a whole lot. Of course, it gave me yet another opportunity to get pretty creative with my wallpaper. Obviously, the main story here will be that the Note 10 Plus got some design enhancements, especially with that backing. Now you have this rainbow color that I'm sure a lot of people are going to really enjoy. The smaller Note 10, though, has that red edition that I really want, but it's not coming to the US. And then again, you have the same performance and daily experience with the software because you have the top of the line specifications, at least for their time, and you also get vapor cooling, which means that gaming performance also gets a bit of a boost. There's really just that one place where the Note 10 Plus has a different software experience, and it's because it comes with a peripheral in the S Pen. The S Pen is useful, but it may not be useful for everyone. That is the main point of the Note line. It has been. And as Samsung has been adding features to the S Pen to make it more appealing to people who may not be all about that productivity life, they've also made it a creative tool. But at its core, it's still a great way of getting precision pointing and tapping done on the Note 10. And it certainly comes in handy when you need to do very specific things like writing, maybe signing signatures, or even doing precision moving of different elements on the screen, like in the video editor that's now built into the gallery. The main feature pretty much everyone can agree is pretty cool about the S Pen is its ability to be a remote Bluetooth shutter button for the camera. But then on the Note 10 Plus, Samsung have gone ahead and added in some extra functions, like holding the button, or rather pressing the button while swiping in certain directions, or even doing clockwise motions to do various functions, like change what mode you're in, change which cameras you're using, and even change your zoom level. But as you've been seeing in this video, the Galaxy S10 Plus is still a great camera package. You get largely the same lens configurations and in a lot of ways the same features in the camera. Even the Galaxy S10 Plus camera recently got an update to have the night mode that the Note 10 Plus has. And the only other things you miss out on by staying with the S10 Plus have to do with the S Pen still, like AR Doodle. But if you're just looking for a straight, good camera package, the S10 Plus still provides an experience that you can rely upon. You have the wide angle, you have the telephoto, and you also have the main shooter, and then on the front-facing camera, you can record in 4K resolution, which was something people love about the Note 10 Plus, but now it's here on the S10 Plus as well. But on the Galaxy S10 Plus, it's still a great experience. I've been able to use it for so many different things already just today during the Unpacked event. So honestly, that continues to beg the question, what is it about the Note 10 and the Note 10 Plus that make it truly different? There are some enhanced specifications and whatnot, but of course it comes back to the one main feature that makes a Note a Note. Being really nitpicky about the specifications of either of these phones is perfectly fine. What I'm focusing on here is just the general experience, and I think that with these two 10th anniversary phones, you can really take your pick. And if the Note 10 Plus is a little bit too expensive for you, the S10 Plus is probably going to be a great value with discounts still happening. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of users out there who do need the S Pen and they're going to go for it. But if it's just a feature that is in the phone that you may or may not actually use all the time, even with those camera functions available with the magic wand stuff, well, it's up to you to figure out if that is something you want to pay more for right now. Honestly, I was really happy with the S10 Plus in the time that I was using it leading up to Samsung Unpacked, and I came to the conclusion that if I didn't have any other phone right now, the S10 Plus would be a viable solution for me. So I applaud what Samsung has done with the Galaxy S line leading up to the 10th anniversary, and we're going to see where the Note 10 Plus lies in that spectrum with their 10th iteration of the S Pen powered phone. So I want to pass the question off to all of you. Between the Note 10 Plus and the S10 Plus, which I'm sure you're going to see comparisons of all over the place, which one would you end up picking? Is the S Pen really that much more important to you that you would pay for the Note 10 Plus right now to get the kind of experience that you could actually get on a cheaper phone that came out maybe 6 months ago? Do you currently have a Galaxy S10 Plus right now? How has your experience been? And since you've been using it as your main phone all of the time leading up to this point, do you feel like you need to upgrade? Let me know in the comment sections down below. We'll have those conversations, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it on this one. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drop some likes on my videos as well, and to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Look forward to my review of the Galaxy Note 10 Plus coming very, very soon, as I'm just getting a bunch of different ideas out of my head about everything this phone can provide. But from there, I'm going to go ahead and call it on this one, and until my next video, I will just remind you to enjoy your tea, everybody.